Good morning.
Hello. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I sound like a little bit geeky when I say hello.
Well, do you want to be geeky?
No, I think that's just the way when I answer the phone, that's how I answer the phone. Hello.
Is
I
it
don't care.
really?
Yeah. I don't
Why?
care who's on the other end. I don't know why. I think it's just the goofy side of me. I don't know. There is no rhyme or reason to Lori Dean plans. As a matter of fact, that just reminds me, I need to fix my name because I always just have Lori Dean there. No one knows who Lori Dean is.
No, they all and even when we are like on public Zooms together, everyone calls you Lori Dean Plans anyway.
I know.
But they don't call me,
Uh,
they all call me Steph. They don't call me Steph's Design Space.
well, that's long. Oh man, it's not as long. It's the same.
That's about the same.
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
look, you
I
just
should.
changed your name. It's Lori Dean Plans, everyone.
Now, hello. Hello, everybody. How are you today? Gosh
Welcome.
dang it.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yes. This
Your
is your
alternate
first.
personality.
If this is your first time, get used to it.
Right, for real. It is the way that it goes. Choking
Poor
on my
stuff.
own spit.
Oh, nice.
You
That's
know,
what
it
happens.
happens.
That's what happens when you get older.
It is.
The muscles in your throat go and your eyes go and your ears
Everything
go.
goes.
Everything goes.
Everything goes right out the window.
Yeah.
Right out the window. So, for those who have watched us, I have a new background.
Oh, yes, you do.
I do.
You know what's funny is I never even noticed it. And I've been sitting here chatting with you for what,
Almost an hour and a half.
over an hour? I knew
Yep.
you changed desks, but it didn't dawn on me about the background. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
that
it
looks
is.
much better, uh, more indicative of Steph's design space.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
You see
The
my
other,
exercise ball right there?
oh yeah, how's that working out?
Oh, I don't use it to exercise. I use it
Oh,
when when I'm trying to clean or declutter close to the floor. I can't get on the floor, so I sit on that.
okay.
Now, I do use it to stretch. Like, it is a really good way for me to
Yeah,
stretch. But when I sit on that, talking about my back problems, we weren't, but we are now. When I sit on that, I feel like my whole body like decompresses.
yeah,
So you know that feeling after you've been up all day and then you go lay in your bed and your body's like, oh, like you can just
yeah.
feel every part of your body just like sink in.
Relief. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I feel like when I sit on that after being in the chair or up moving around a lot and I sit in
Hmm.
that, I feel that my whole body is like, oh. So
Yeah.
it feels good,
Yeah.
but it makes it easier for me to get to the low shelves and the low things because I can't stoop. I can't like bend for a long
Yeah.
period of time. My back will just be like, no. So,
See, it's funny for me. I can get down. Like if I want to get down I can get down. It's not comfortable, but I can get down. It's getting up. I can't,
oh yeah, it's hard to get up.
I can't get up. My knees just don't have the strength to lift myself, this
Hmm.
loveliness up,
All of that.
all of it. So yeah, it becomes a little bit of a issue. So I tend not to, when things go down on the floor, I'm like, yeah, the broom will get that in a minute.
Oh
I'm not
no,
picking it.
I totally do that. I will sweep things up in the dustpan and then over the trash can, I will pick out the things that I need and then throw the rest of the trash.
That's right.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I want that charm. Oh, this little button, all the little things that fell. Like,
Yeah.
okay, da 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 da, wipe it off, and there you go. I think that is true for most crafters.
Yeah.
They may not want to admit it, like, to the whole wide world, like we are, because, the whole wide world is watching this podcast.
Yeah.
Um, but I think that is true of all crafters.
One day the whole wide world will watch us,
The whole wide world.
and you and I will be like, what did we do? Why, why did we not plan for the whole wide world?
The whole wide world.
I have a storm coming in, so FYI,
Okay, so if you just disappear.
if I disappear, that's what's happened, okay? Because
Okay,
it's rolling in pretty quick. I see the trees just swaying. So,
I get it.
what else is new?
I always think that too when we have, weather. I'm just like, I wonder if this is gonna be the moment.
Yeah,
Usually it happens though if I'm printing or cutting or doing something like it's in the middle of
big.
something electronic.
Yeah,
Boom, gone, out. So,
yeah.
so anything new going on in your life?
Uh, no, I've just been. I went this weekend to friends of ours, and hubby went to the Midland uh, Butter Tart Festival.
Hmm.
So that was a whole day. So we were there and then we had dinner and then, all the things. And then Sunday was Father's Day. So Scott and Maria came up and we had a nice dinner and Connor's been away with his buddies. They went away for a week camping and fishing and all that. So I'm missing him terribly. And Megan says to me, "Well, just message him. I'm not going to be the nana that's like, you know,
Hey, what you
what are
doing?
you doing, honey?"
Nana
So,
misses you.
yeah, I'll just leave him alone. And yes, he's 19, okay? Like everyone just calm down. It's not like he's 12. But yeah, so they've gone to some faraway place close to Ottawa, I think, and they're camping and fishing and all the things. So, uh it was just the six of us for dinner and we had a nice dinner and nice laughs and we planned our trip, me, Scott, and my vocabulary, my English is not very good.
That's okay.
Scott, Maria, and myself um, are headed to New Brunswick August 3rd for a few days, about a week. Um, George was going to come, but he's got way too much on the go because he's scheduled for surgery soon.
Oh
So
yeah.
he's got to get so much done in order for that because he'll be in recovery for, they say, 6 to 8 weeks. So that's just sending him right off the deep end.
Is it his meniscus they're fixing?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
So anyway, there's that. And other than that, that's it. The Lions Club stuff's going. It's busy, busy, busy. And yeah, same old, really. Life. How about you?
Yesterday was the first day that I felt more normal back-wise.
Mm,
Um, like, I mean, it's like right now I can feel it. It's twingy, there's
yeah.
pain. But it's nowhere near like it was. So yesterday was the first day I was like, okay, and I was able to, I went and got pedicure with Kenny. Of course, I just sat in the chair and fell asleep. I did go to the grocery store. Um, oh my gosh, I have to tell you a story. Anyway, I went to the grocery store, walked around, pushed the basket. That helps because I can like lean on it or whatever to relieve pressure off my back. And then I came home. So I haven't been
Yeah.
doing a whole lot. I have been doing a lot of resting in the fluffy chair. So that was good. But last week I really had to go to the grocery store because there's certain things that I like to eat. And my husband, as great as he is, just doesn't have a clue. So I was like, I'm gonna go. But my back was really bad, and I knew that I should not walk. So I got in one of the carts, the little motorized carts.
Yeah.
Okay. For someone who can't even handle walking through the grocery store because people are rude, let me tell you how many people I dang near ran over with my little cart because people are so rude.
No one to look out of the way.
I can't. And I was like, you know what? I'm handicapped. Not all handicaps are visible. Just because you don't see what's wrong with me doesn't mean anything because I could barely walk. These people are on their phone walking almost, and I'm not moving. I am like, let's go. I'm about to run you over unless you look up. They look up, oh, whatever. Ooh, and the thing doesn't turn on a dime, right? So
No.
I'm trying to turn. People are, oh my gosh, that right there sent me right off the deep end. I could not, and I that right there made me realize that I have to get healthy and physically fit because there's no way I would survive. I'd be in prison running people over with my little handicap cart.
Yeah.
Oh, I just can't. So anyway, I forgot to tell you about my handicap cart. That's the first time ever. No, I take that back. I was pregnant with Kyle, and I had sciatica really, really bad, and it was Christmas time, and
Yeah.
I had to go Christmas shopping, and I got into a cart. So I've only been in one of those carts. So I said, people are rude. I can't. But I'm on the mend, feeling better, getting things done. Like I've been getting a lot of things done.
So I'm saying to you, don't push it.
Oh, I'm not. That's why Rachel's helping me.
Yeah.
Like she's coming home after work and she's gonna help me move some stuff. Not help me move. I'm gonna sit here and tell them where things need to be moved. The only thing I'm doing is like shuffling papers or you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like in the chair, taking a thing from here and putting it over here. So
Yeah.
that's as much as I've done.
And I don't mean to be a nag. I'm sure you're a grown ass
No.
woman, you know, but I have family members that have bad backs. And as soon as they start feeling better, they go right smack dab into the way they were. And then they're back on their, you know,
Yep. No, I've been like, I'll do stuff in here, but then I'll go sit in the fluffy chair and just
yeah.
like rest my whole body. I'll be on an ice
Yeah.
pack or on the heating pad. Still taking the muscle relaxers because it seems to help. So anyway, sorry. This the cord was on Bandit and she was not happy about it.
Oh,
The cat
that's
under my
too
feet.
funny. Yeah.
um, but that yeah, so that kind of leads us into today's topic.
Which is a mini-sode. This is not going to take us a full hour to talk.
Well, I don't know. I'm a
Well, not me, maybe you, but not me.
talking about craft room organization.
Or lack thereof.
Or, yes, that. So I have a couple of points that I want to make. One, I feel like it's always a work in progress.
Hmm.
I feel like that yes, you can get to a point where you're like, oh, this is great. Because I've got to that point before.
Hmm.
This is comfortable, this is great, everything has a place
Right.
until you add one more thing. And then all of a sudden it just throws you off kilter because that
Yeah.
one more thing needs a home and then you have to rearrange and then you have to rearrange everything for this one thing, except I never bring home just one thing. I bring home like bags and
Bag
boxes
full.
of things that need a new home. And yeah, so it's been a deal. So for me, organizing is always going to be a work in progress. I don't feel like I will ever say, okay, I've arrived.
I think everyone could say that really, because like you say, you know, your crafting style changes, you add new things
Hmm.
in, you know, and you have to find it, you have to find or have a home for those things. And I think that's where my problem is that I don't have enough space for everything that I have. So I have bins and bins of stuff in my what I call my craft closet. Um, but then because it's not readily available, I don't go to it.
Right.
I don't. So basically, it's pre-planning. Okay, what do I need? And then go search. And I don't find that fun.
No, because it takes away the creative process
Yeah,
of,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And so I totally get that. Another thing I have learned is I'm not keeping everything. I am getting rid of I'm I'm bringing stuff in, but I'm decluttering stuff out. And not necessarily because I don't like it, but if I haven't used it, just put it to the side. Like
Yeah.
I have a declutter boxes. Now I will say that I have occasionally been like, oh, I put that in the declutter box and now I know how I can use it or whatever, and I'll go back and get it. But for the most part, if it's in the declutter box, I don't go back.
Yeah.
It's not something I love it. It's so pretty, or it's so this, or it could be used, but I'm not going to use it.
Yeah.
Right? Like I have a ton of wood stamps in my declutter box. They're beautiful. I'm just not going to use them.
Right.
I have the ones that I use all the time. And so that's all I need. I don't need the ones for just in case. So I have decluttered a lot of things to make room for the things that I know I really want or that I'm really going to use.
Yeah.
So that for me is if stuff's coming in, stuff has to also go out. Um, and then finding my organizational style. I've tried so many things, hoping it would work, willing it to work, wishing it for
Hmm.
work, and then I find it. So I have discovered about myself that I am a flipper, not a digger. I like for my stuff to be in binders so I can flip and find it
Yeah.
easy, as opposed to it being in a bucket or a drawer or a tin or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Digging for stuff, because what happens is I'm just gonna dig so far and I'm just gonna pull whatever's on top, whatever's on bottom stays on bottom, and then I just add more to it. And I don't know what I have because I can't
Yeah.
see it. So I I've literally put I put all my tissue paper and a three ring binder in page protectors.
Yeah.
So I can flip through and be like, oh, that's the one I want, instead of
Yeah.
digging in a drawer because it was all piled up in a drawer.
Yeah.
All of my scraps, I got a 3-inch three ring binder at Goodwill. All of my scraps, I separated them kind of by size, not
Yeah.
exact, but because there's a lot of things you do with like those little strips that you have left over when you cut paper. So I put all the strips in a thing. So if I am working on a belly band or if I'm working
Yeah.
on a page edge, I can just go to my scraps and flip through and there's all the strips. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So um but then I also did like any music scraps that I have is in its own page protector. So if I'm looking
You're
for
looking
that,
for
then
music. Yeah.
yeah, so I'm not digging through a giant box of scraps and
Right.
never finding what I want. So I separated that out. Um, I got a old photo album. It's new, but it's an older kind. You know, the kind that has the sticky part where you take the film off and it's sticky.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm putting all my die cuts in.
Oh, but won't they get sticky?
No,
Oh,
because you think about the photos you would put in there, you could take the photo out and the photo wasn't sticky. And besides that, it's old, so the stick
I don't
isn't
know that
as
we ever took
sticky.
photos out of it to know that. They always just stayed in there.
Forever. And then the plastic stuff melted on top of the
Well,
photo
it
and you
was
can't get
like
them out.
I just know, yeah, that the backing was the sticky part, right?
Yeah. But
I
these
don't know.
are so old that it's
Yeah.
not super, but it's sticky enough to put the die cut and then the film
Yeah.
over it and they
It's a good
stay.
idea.
So I can just flip
Hmm.
through. And because it's in like a 3-ring type binder, I can
Hmm.
organize.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, here's all the birds, here's all the flowers, here's all the this, so I know exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
This little tower drawer, I cannot even tell you how happy that makes me. That is all my finished ephemera. So any belly bands I've made, pockets, tags, folios, whatever else I make, they are organized in these drawers. So when I'm putting together a journal,
Hmm.
and if I'm like, oh, I need a tag for this, or I need a this, or I need a pocket,
Right.
just open the drawer, bada
It's a
bing,
great
bada boom.
idea. Yeah. That's a great
So,
idea.
all that to say, I I have figured out what really works. My problem, and I know this is what happens to a lot of people, maybe not, maybe it's just me, is you watch and you see all these magnificent craft rooms and how they're organized and how they are just so amazing. And you try
Yeah.
to emulate that because it does look great, but it doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
Like that kind of organization for what I do, it doesn't work for me. I had to do something different. So,
Yeah.
uh my advice to anybody trying to organize their craft stuff, really do what works for you and keep doing it until you figure it out.
And
Like,
and and your space, because space has a
yes,
lot to do with it, because
absolutely.
I have a crap ton of stuff up there, but I have to get up and go to it. Like if I'm mid video and I think, okay, I need some boxes, I have to get up and go to it. They're not right here. Now,
Hmm.
is that a problem, just my pre-planning problem? I would say so. But you can't plan for every scenario that pops up
No.
when you're doing a video or when you're doing any sort of craft, right?
No.
It's like, oh, look, I think I want to try that. And then you got to go on the hunt. And so I think the tips that you're giving are fantastic. The problem I have is space. So I don't have the space for plethora of binders, or I literally have to, how could I say this? I have boxes, decorative boxes that I bought at the dollar store that I
Hmm.
put my stuff in, like you have in your tall drawer,
Right.
and those go on a shelf.
Okay, but
Now,
then they're organized and you know where they are.
yeah, but I never go to them.
Oh.
Why? Because there's stuff on top of that, and then there's stuff on top of that. And before I know it, I out of sight, out of mind. That's what I have. That my problem, well, take a look. This is uh, a haul, a little bit of a haul. And underneath that is my altered composition notebook that I have to finish this week. And I'm not putting any of that away
Because you're
because
filming.
I'm not gonna. So it just piles up and piles up. Now I could turn around and show you the other half of that area, because it then the stuff that was there moves down. Listen to me, okay? I have a twofold problem. One is space. Two is I don't know. I think because I do crafts and planning stuff, it's
Hmm.
hard to separate the two and have organization for the both, if that
Yeah,
makes sense. Do you
absolutely.
know what I mean? And three is laziness. I, you know,
It is
I
what it
figure
is.
I just pile it up and pile it up, and then one day I'll get to it and I'll go, oh, look at that. I think I'll use that. I haven't seen that in a while. It's like a game.
Right.
Oh, look at
It's
that.
like Christmas all over, all the time.
But yeah, you know what? It's probably way better when you're organized and you can just pull and you can, that's a little bit why I have what I have up front here. It's got my
Hmm.
scissors and my picker upper and my, all the things that I use all the time right in front of me.
Right. And
Now,
that's that when I switch my desk around,
yeah,
that's what I did.
yeah. Now, I wish I had a better, there's a couple things I wish I had better organization with, and that's my punches. All my punches are down here piled on top of one another. So I can never find, and then I'm not utilizing what I do have. So my punches are a problem. The other thing I have a problem with that I have to figure out is my inks. Uh, that on your live last night, Ranger, the
Hmm.
things. I would love to do that and find some way to put them in a thing so that I could just pick, right? Um, but again, I seen a little thing where you stick the sponge at the bottom, and but that the sponges that I got were like had a rounded tip and it's not going
Hmm.
to fit there. It had to be a flush one. And so, I just kind of gave up. I figured, you know what? I'll get to that when I get to it, and that's the end of that. So those are two of my big things that I really wish I had better organization with. My scrapbook paper, it's just all lined up. in a great big shelf. You could probably see it way down there. Um,
Oh, kind of.
yeah, hubby built that for me, and I just put all my scrapbook paper, and then I labeled it flowers, pattern, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that all I have to do is go to that section if I'm looking for a
a certain
flower
thing.
scrapbook paper and what have you. But so there's some organizational rhyme or reason to this, but there's a lot that could be done better in my
Oh
work
yeah.
area for sure.
I had to so when last year before, how many years has it been? Two, three, three, two. I don't know, it doesn't matter. Whenever we went to Idaho and we brought my that desk back. So it's like
Hmm.
a roll top desk and it's beautiful. It was such a good price.
Yeah.
So we bought it and stop scratching my foot. That hurts. Sorry, I'm talking to my cat. Um, so Kenny bought it for me and we brought it back. And I had this hang up about using it for
Yeah.
crafting because it's so pretty, right?
Right.
Now, I own a business, so I have a computer and I have dual monitors, and my monitors are on an arm that's attached to my desk, right? So
Right.
that's like one here and one here, and I can move them around.
Hmm.
On the roll top, there's nowhere to attach monitors.
Oh.
And
Oh.
because it's a roll top, so it has the top part. If I put the monitors up there, I would be like this, trying to look, right?
Yeah.
There's, drawers and all kinds of storage on the sides. So it just, you can't do monitors over here. So in my
Yeah.
mind, I could never use that as my work desk. It had to be my crafting desk. I had to get rid of that idea.
Yeah.
So that's my work desk. I have this monitor faces my work desk so I can
Hmm.
still work. Um, but they're on my craft. This is now my craft desk, and I cannot even tell you how much more sense this makes. Uh, but then I also thought, oh, I have to move the desk around. So
Right.
I toyed with that forever. It's like they're heavy. I can't move anything. I have to have help now because my back. Um, And then it hit me. It's like, you don't need to move your desk, dummy. Just move the stuff off of one desk. Switch the stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Don't switch the desk. And so that's what I did. And it's not perfect. I'm still looking at, how this is organized and all of that, but it's a work in progress. But
That's
I'm
what I was just going
happier.
to say. I think organization is a work in progress
Always.
because things happen that, like I say, you change. Maybe if I were to change and not do crafting. So there's a lot of space that would
Be freed up.
be freed up for my planner stuff. But so yeah, I think it's all a matter of what you're using and how and when you're using it. And I do feel that pre-planning makes a difference,
Hmm.
right? So if you're like, okay, well, I'm going to do this altered composition notebook, and this is what I want to do, and get everything together so that you are utilizing the stuff that you have. Because
Yes.
I know if I don't do that sometimes, I'm sitting here thinking, oh, I should have got this and I should have got that. And you know what I mean? Because then it pops, as you're doing it, it pops in your head. And because nothing, well, I'm going to say nothing for me, nothing is really readily available. It's in tubs,
Hmm.
you know, then it gets frustrating because then I think, oh, now I can't finish this. So now I got to do a part two. And,
Yeah,
you know me in part twos.
I do. And I think I've created a space of nothing but drawers and shelves.
Yeah.
Like drawers and shelves everywhere. Shelves all behind me,
Yeah.
drawers here, shelves there, even on my desk. Like I will try to remember, I'm going to write it down, to
Yeah.
take a picture and post it of the drawers and shelves that are on my desk right now that
Yeah.
hold all of my stuff. I'm writing it down.
Writing what down?
To take a picture and add it on here so people know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I see.
Take a picture of desk.
Sorry, I'm thinking I'm writing it down. I thought you were doing a brain dump right on the
No,
podcast. Oh, there's an idea.
because I always say, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Why do I think I'm going to remember to do anything? Like, that's ridiculous. So I write it down. Um, but
Yeah.
also for me, and this may be true for other people, is honestly, I don't know if something works until I'm able to start using it.
Hmm.
So as much as I'm like, okay, I have this set up in the way I think it's going to work for me,
Right.
once I actually start using it, like I've already had to rearrange this shelf thing over here. I had to flip it around
Yeah.
to make it work for me better because it
I,
wasn't working.
I do like what you did with your cart and your filing cabinet covering it. I think that looks,
It didn't look so
it
pretty.
doesn't look so officey. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say?
Yeah. I love it.
I think it looks
It
great.
was time consuming, but very, very much worth it.
Yeah.
So
You
I
always have
love
good
it.
ideas.
Well, it's because I had that wrapping, no, wallpaper. So that is, I have it right here because I'm thinking about doing some other stuff with it. But yeah, it's just this whole thing of wallpaper.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what
So
else am I going to use this for?
I tried one time. Okay, get a load of this. And y'all can laugh if you want. So I have these plethora of, I don't know what these carts are called. You get them from Michael's or whatever. Okay?
The three tier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And they're loaded with Happy Planner sticker books. And when I say loaded, I mean like loaded. Okay? Um, and I thought, how can I make it so that it just doesn't look so cluttered? Because it just looks cluttered to me. So I got this bright idea. I went on Amazon. One day,
I
you know,
remember this.
we're sitting out back, and I see my son, and I see that he's throwing this great big nice cover over his barbecue, and I thought, oh, I think that will look nice on my thing. So I went on Amazon to see if they have decorative barbecue covers, right? So I got this one, and I thought, oh, that's going to cover at least two of my carts. And oh my God, it was so hideous. It was, it didn't lay flat. It was so long. It laid on the ground. And I thought, yeah, I'd rather have the clutter. I'd rather have it look like at least a functional sticker storage thing than someone trying to hide, I God knows what. So yeah,
Sorry.
I threw that away pretty quick.
I bet.
Well, first I asked my son if he wanted it, and he goes, "I'm not putting flowers on my barbecue." I went, okay, fair enough.
But
Fair
why?
enough. But
That's so
why? I know.
funny.
It's
Oh,
okay.
that's hysterical. Uh,
Yeah.
so I've
So
been
there we
doing a
go.
lot, and Rachel is coming to help move those things around. So because I y'all know I have the tower fan over here, so every once in a while
Hmm.
you'll see my hair blow. But it's not in a good place. I need it closer to the door, like
Yeah.
blowing all the way in. Um so I need this stuff rearranged. Like it's gonna stay there, but it needs to be rearranged. So she's coming to help me do that. So I've been literally staring at it almost all morning, just sitting
Nice.
back and staring at it to try to visualize the best way for it to be organized.
Yeah.
Because that is an extension of my craft stuff. So something that like my wax melt items are over there, which is
Okay.
fine because I
Yeah.
don't use them all the time, and I'm pretty much
Right.
sure if I. And again, I can stand up from here and walk 3 steps and go get, what I need. What's
Hmm.
funny is people think that I have this ginormous space. It is not that big. It looks big on camera, but it
It
is
does
not
look
that
big.
big.
Yeah, it
But
does
it's
look big.
it's not. I can literally turn and do this and touch and almost touch that.
Wow.
So it's nowhere near as big as what it looks on camera.
Yeah, it does look a little bit bigger than.
So I can very much get up and walk a few steps and grab something if I need to, and I have to be okay with that. Um, so I'm just looking at it, staring at it hardcore to see the best way to organize it. So yeah. Oh, I forgot to show this on my live. Look what I'm doing.
Oh wow. See,
So
I wouldn't have the tabletop space for something like that.
I barely do. I barely do. But the inks that I use the most, I'm gonna have a dauber for those. Um, and those are all sitting right here on the desk
Hmm.
in a little thing. But you said you don't have tabletop space.
Uh, if I cleaned, I
No.
probably would have tabletop space, but in all honesty, I think I have to downsize my washi tape. I have
I did.
way too much washi tape, and I don't use majority of it. So if I could get rid of at least one or two cabinets, like the see that back cabinet there,
Yeah.
I've got 5 cabinets of washi tape. I don't, who needs that kind of washi tape? Anyway, um, if I could get rid of some of that and maybe, I don't know. I don't know. How many do I have? I don't even know how
Let's
many I
see.
have.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's just what I see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7. 7.
Oh, I had a lot too. I downsized. It all fits in a little drawer now
Yeah.
because I don't
And,
use it
and
that much.
and when I'm doing my planning videos, I try and bring out the washi. I try, like, I'm really this year been more conscious of using things that I haven't used in a long time, but I still don't use it enough to warrant that much space taking up. So
Yeah.
anyway, those
But
are
see,
little
that's
things
but
that,
that's what I was talking about, like decluttering to make
yeah.
room for the things that really matter to you.
But you
You
know what?
know?
I don't want to throw it out. Like
Don't.
that, it's good stuff. I don't want to. So this conference, there's a conference in Toronto coming up very soon. I hope if you Canadian ladies are going to be there, you'll search me out. But yeah, the tickets are on sale, so go do that. But I'm thinking of bringing some de-stash stuff, and I think a
Absolutely.
lot of that's going to be the washi tape, maybe some scrapbook paper, you know, I don't know, stuff like that. Just stuff that I don't use on the go a lot. Like, those Happy Planner, the little mini
Yeah.
booklets that they have? I must have 40 of them and never ever touch them. So I'm just going to scoop them up, put them in a bag, and just take them with me when I go.
That'd be
So,
you're gonna clear a lot.
yeah.
You're gonna come back and I'm gonna Zoom with you and half your office is gonna be gone.
No, but then you're going to bring swag back with you, and before you know it, it's come back in again. But I
Only
have to,
keep what you will use.
yes.
You don't have to keep
Um,
all the swag.
the one thing I have to do too is there's a potential move on the horizon in the Dean household. Oh, my Lanta.
I
Um,
know.
so I really have to, you know, get my acting gear and get some stuff sorted so I don't have to take it all with me because I don't know that I'm going to be able to take it all with me.
I
Who be
know.
knowing? I don't know what
I
the
don't
future
know.
holds, but there we have it. And I'm still peeling.
From your time in the sun,
Oh,
from
yeah.
your fun in the sun.
I miss that sunshine.
I bet you do. Well, it's been raining here for like weeks. Every day it's
Really?
been raining. Every day we have mushrooms all in our backyard. Like it has been so wet.
That's weird for you, no?
Oh yeah. Usually by now we're in a drought. By now it's like the Sahara Desert and there's, tumbleweeds everywhere. Yeah, it's been a very wet year, which I'm glad because droughts are
Yeah.
bad. It messes with our water table. It's just so bad. So
Yeah.
I'm not upset about the rain because I know in the end. Now, I don't want it to get to the point where it starts
Yeah.
flooding because
Yeah.
that's ridiculous, but
Just gonna lower this a little bit because I feel like I'm, oh, all kinds of sunshine banging in my face. Meanwhile, 15 minutes ago, there was a storm on the way.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm not sleeping well. Pain, all that. Okay. Well, I think I have talked about my organization. I mean, we could talk about everything forever and we could talk it in the ground.
Yeah,
But I'm going to take some pictures. I will put them up in various spots on the thing so people can see.
good idea.
Um, and then I'll take pictures of the real, like the mess.
Yeah.
So you can see what, it's not all always, so pristine. That's my
Yeah.
pride. That's my pride and joy up there. All
Yeah.
these things, and I have another one coming. I love these so much. And all the stamps, love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. So, yep.
That's pretty cool.
That is about the only thing I say I collect, but things I collect are also useful. Like I don't collect figurines and stuff like that
Yeah. Yeah, me
that
neither.
just take up space. I want to if I'm going to collect something, it's going to be a useful something.
Yeah.
The only figurines I have in here, and y'all can't see them up at the top, are mom's. So I have her things that were important to her. I have a few of my grandmother's things that were important to her, but that's it.
Yeah.
I don't collect them. I'm holding them. I'm holding onto them.
Yeah, fair enough. Right?
So, all right,
Okay.
that's all I
Well,
got.
okay.
Bye.
Bye.